Hey, what is up, YouTube? What is up, Christianology family? So we have Stephen A. Torches a host on the ESPN show First Take. Let's get straight to the video. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's get straight into it.
Right? I look at everybody based on their merits. Are you a good player or not? Are you a decent human or not? I can care less what color you are. So with that impartial take, or I would say that objective take, and when I see Caitlin Clark, I see a girl that can play ball. Now, is she better than the dudes? No, she's not even close. It's not even a thing. Like that, the women are playing another sport. They're not playing basketball, in my opinion. They're doing something else. However, real recognize real. Out of all the girls that are playing, Caitlin Clark is the top G. She's the top G. Not only because she's good and she got the accolades and all the stats. I mean, I can just see she's professional. She has good decorum. I mean, these are the things that make you great. Look at Michael Jordan. He's great. Why? He's not ghetto and hood and doing all this crazy stuff. Michael Jordan is a showman. He's good at what he does, and he's articulate, and he's a great man. That's why Michael Jordan is one of the biggest basketball players to ever live. And even though if you don't like LeBron James still has a level of decorum. He ain't out like, getting gun charges and all kind of stuff. LeBron James is a family man. This is what he do. That's why he's so marketable. You see a person that's marketable, and I'll show you a person with decorum, a person who's reasonable, who not hood and ghetto and all this stuff, and they're great players. Come on, bro. It's all day long they run it up. That's why Caitlin Clark is what she is. But ESPN did a show with, everybody knows Shannon, and then you got Stephen A. Smith, and you got this woman who I don't know her name, and I couldn't care less what her name is, and then you got this one. They got to put a woke one in there to try to challenge everybody. I don't know her name, and I couldn't care less what her name is. But you have to listen to this conversation. Now, if you have
Molly's just a pretty face.
Let me give you a video because they're going to go through it.
So the talk of the weekend was the hard foul on the Fever's Caitlin Clark by Sky's Kennedy Carter, which was upgraded to a flagrant one. Clark was waiting for an inbounds pass and took a hip check. See it right there from Carter. Both Clark and Carter spoke on the foul.
She just blasted her.
She just hit her
That's
for
not
no
basketball,
reason. That's
bro.
not basketball, bro.
You should see her mouth. See, they didn't show the clip where her mouth. She called her the F and B or something.
Right.
She cussed at her and then went boom and just hit her and knock on the ground.
It is what it is. I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. Like, just let them hit you, be what it is. Don't let it get inside your head and know it's coming. I think at this point, I know I'm going to take a couple hard shots a game, and that's what it is. Just stay in the game and saying what's important.
She turned to you a little bit?
Yeah. I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark question.
Ghetto. Just ghetto. Why our young girls gotta be so ghetto?
It's the weave, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's the weave. There's something in these women's weaves that is causing them to go crazy. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know if the gorilla glue that's in that wig that they got on top of their heads, bro. It's something in there, bro. Something's in those weaves. That's why they need to wear that natural hair so they could think straight.
Caitlin Clark get on there. I just do what I got to do. I just accept it. I don't retaliate or whatever. And this is the response from this girl. Why can't you just say, look, man, it's the game. That's what we do.
Or you could say Caitlin Clark sucks, and I'm better, so I had to check her. You could just say that.
Broads. But because she wrong, she can't talk on it. Look at her, man. It's just super ghetto. I just can't stand that, man. This is not okay.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What's your reaction to the flagrant foul on Clark and then Carter doubling down after with the tweet?
My issue has become the blanket statements when it comes to the league. This play by Kennedy Carter is not a basketball play. The league is physical. And there have been moments like this throughout the history of the league when it comes to rookies. Now, I know that the attention is heightened because it is Caitlin Clark, but if you run the tape back a little bit, there's an elbow prior to that, which I think set Kennedy Carter.
People keep saying this elbow thing. That inverting elbow is not the same as looking at a person saying, you be, and knocking her to the ground. Caitlin Clark went for a rebound and her arm went back like this and somebody took an elbow. What? All right.
Carter off, again, not condoning it, but y'all know how it is in sports. You want your opportunities to have get-backs. And so I did not like the tweet, but again, we can't act like the premise of the league is not competition.
Monica, I'm going to disagree with you.
Come on, Shannon. Come on, Unc.
Agree that this was not
Shay
a
Shay.
basketball play. I agree that I don't know a whole lot about the young lady that committed the act, but I'm not going to take a cheap shot on you just to see if you're tough. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to try to beat you. I'm going to try to do everything I possibly can to make sure that, okay, you're tough enough. I agree with Matt Barnes. A lot of the issue I also have, Monica, is that our teammates. Do you actually think for 1 second I could see you take a cheap shot on one of my teammates
And I wouldn't
and
respond.
not get you back in the course of the game with a football play? You out your mind. I don't care what it was. I get to jawing back and forth. You want to jaw with me, I'll jaw back at you. But when you take a cheap shot, I believe you step over the line. Now, she said she wasn't going to address anything, Monica, about Caitlin Clark. Well, if you weren't going to address anything in the media session, keep your mouth shut on social media.
I agree with you on that.
Shannon ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. The word is resentment.
Racism too.
Racism, man.
Yeah, Stephen A. It's racism. It's racism. And I'm telling. Let me say this. I need the big picture. Let me say this because black people are not gonna say it. It's racism. They are upset that this white girl is getting this kind of shine because they've been playing all these years and they've been balling and all of a sudden this white girl gets some Nike contract that's unheard of and she's the face of the league. And all these black lesbians feel like they've been doing this forever and they deserve their shine, and especially because she white.
So I think what we're trying to say is what the WNBA currently has is what we like to describe as a cash cow. There is a superstar. And we're not saying that the players on the court need to act any differently. That's the athletes are going to do what athletes are going to do in any sport. I think we're all learning that WNBA, that's old school football, baby. That is old school football. But I would like the media people that continue to say, this rookie class, nah. Just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar. And is it because she stayed in Iowa, put an entire state on her back, took a program from nothing to a multiple-year success story? Is it because she would go on to break the entire points records in the history of the NCAA? Not just the women's record by Kelsey Plum, shout out, but also Pistol Pete Maravich's, the dude's record as well. Is there a chance that people just enjoy watching her play basketball because how electrifying she is, what she did, what she stood for, how she went about going, what she went for? Maybe. But instead, we have to hear people say that we only like her because she's white. And she's only popular because the rest of the rookie class is doing what they're doing. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit, and we think the WNBA, more specifically, their refs need to stop trying to screw her over at every single turn. What you have is somebody special, and we're lucky she's here in Indiana.
Let me tell you something. They won't tell you this, but when you in the black community, there's a level of reputation, and black people in the black community always got to be one up on the white person. So you got a white girl coming into a black league, showing them up. There's some resentment there. There are some, y'all let this white girl do y'all like that? It's the same thing in dancing. It's the same thing in rapping. It's the same thing in anything culturally related to black people. If you let a white person come in outdo you, it's shame for you in the black community. So if this white girl didn't turn the league around, she got a Nike deal, black people feel some pressure and shame that she outshining them. That's why they treating her like this.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world. Yeah, you are. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table, but y'all being petty like dudes. LeBron, you are 100% right. Y'all girls, stop being petty. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA.
Well, they're gonna hate you. They throwing elbow, and their teammates don't even. Man, in football, you cheap shot somebody, they coming for you.
They're coming for your head.
You cheap shot Tom Brady. His offensive line
They're
of
killing
going
you,
full
bro.
throttle. This is their Tom Brady. And she get knocked on the ground, and the girl walk over and laugh and help her up. It should be all in her face. Like, what you doing? What you doing? What you want to do? You ain't gonna knock one of my teammates down. We gonna throw some blows up in here. But they just let her get knocked down and knocked out and falling apart. And they secretly hate this white girl. She everything that they wish that they were, and they hate she doing it because she white.
And I'm talking about what I feel about this whole conversation. Nobody said all. Nobody painted the WNBA with a broad brush. We're talking about a young lady that has come into the sport and is contributing to the financial backbone of the WNBA and simply imploring everybody to see the big picture and how it serves to benefit the whole. And because we brought that up, It's turned into a conversation with resentment, jealousy, whatever. I'm saying, yo, the resentment is legit. But it's also justified if you've been in the league busting your tail to help uplift it, and then somebody comes along and before they play one game, you're labeling them the savior. A lot of people, a bunch of men would feel resentment towards that too. But we bring it up here, and all of a sudden we got to safeguard and couch every little syllable when we're talking about competition and we're talking about the league and we're talking about revenue and money and how everybody wants to get paid. What's the maximum salary in the WNBA, Eminem? Isn't that like $241,000 or something like that?
Yeah, it's like 250.
250, right?
Yeah.
$250,000. These girls are stars. They're doing commercials now. They're gonna be making dollars upon dollars on Madison Avenue, and they deserve it. We're talking about them maximizing their great potential. And because we bring that up and talk about what potentially might get in their way, which we do to men all the time, now we got to sit up here and watch every syllable. I resent that, and I'll leave it.
All right, so let me. I know we got to go to break.
Why the girl got her face turned up? I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but she looked like she either perplexed at what he said or she disagreed with what he said. I have no idea, but it's clear to me that we keep having this conversation because Caitlin Clark is a boss. I mean, dang, she can't control she white. Them three-pointers don't matter. Don't care what color you are. She already then broke the record for a rookie coming in, and her team suck. I mean, just imagine her team was like the most dominant team, and she was just winning games, and they losing every game. I think they won like 1 or 2 games. 2 games now. I think this game they ended up winning. And then Angel Reese didn't even go to the press conference.
She got fined
$1,000 or something like that. Just ghetto for no reason, man. Let that white girl shine. And like your race don't care about the 3-point line, or the 3-point line don't care about your race. Neither does your points per game. So with all the heat she getting, she still didn't broke a record. She made 100
blocks or assists.
I saw a number that showed that they have more viewership in the first 5 games than the entire season last year. What's the difference? Caitlin Clark. Let me play the rest of this.
Welcome to the world of being a woman, Stephen A., and how you have to dance about your word choice and you have to please everybody and anybody as you navigate your being. We are talking about the world's greatest.
How about being a black man?
Here they go. They finna outwoke each other. God dang.
Oh, 1 second.
Talking about, come on. I thought I was gonna agree with y'all. You got 3 out of the 4 people on this panel that are black, and 2 out of the 4 panel are women, and they having a woke Olympics. Being black. Shannon Sharp. You got the biggest podcast in America. What are you talking about?
Making millions of dollars.
You say whatever you want, bro. Look at your success. Stephen A. probably make $10 million a year doing stuff. God dang it. Why do y'all got to be woke all the time? Being black, you got to. No, you don't. Everybody on TV black, man. God dang, man. I don't get it, man. God dang.
This is what I'm saying to y'all, though, and I know we got to go to break. And we didn't necessarily go there, and maybe we should. There are so many layers in this conversation around the way that it's being discussed. No. And yes, Shannon, I know y'all are going to say you know, and Stephen A., I know you just shared that you've talked about the WNBA on your program too. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlin Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Kennedy Carter's behavior is not indicative of the entire league. We are still talking about competition where you are allowed to get a little extra elbow in if you are competing and you do it within the parameters of the game. The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
Not baby, but God damn, you throw an elbow on a girl like that, y'all hating. And then y'all on TV hating. And then y'all announcing hating. It's because she white. It's because nobody's talking about the girl's stats. What are we even talking about right now? If this girl was black, they wouldn't have nothing to say about Caitlin Clark. They wouldn't be treating her like this. I know, y'all, I'm black. I grew up black. I've been black my whole life. I know black people don't like the fact this white girl is doing what she's doing.
They don't.
They don't like that this white girl is killing it in the league and getting all this shine. They're just like in the NFL. If you got a running back like Christian McCaffrey, if Christian
he's
McCaffrey
white.
in the league in rushing,
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey's getting all this love and everybody, some white wide receiver, he getting love over Ocho Cinco on them. I mean, people be in their feelings about that. It's even worse in the WNBA because she not only is she white, she's straight.
She's like cute. The only one doing it too.
And these butchy, big bone body built, big foot, beef jerky built.
Fake weave, nasty weave, smelly weave, can't take care of their own natural hair. Want to put a white woman's hair on their head and hate the white woman. How does that make sense? You got the white woman's hair on your head and you hate the white woman that gave you the hair that's on your head. Oh man, these people.
A car dealership parking lot built.
I mean, these people crazy, man. These people crazy.